Good afternoon. It's great to be here today. First, I want to introduce my family. We've just rushed in from a charity golf tournament. I measure my success in golf by how many balls don't hit the crowd, and no one died out there today, so it was a good day on the golf course. This is my son, Nicky, my wife, Judy, my son, Jesse. They're still in high school. They don't look that way, but they're still in high school. And if anybody yells out, "You lie," they'll come right out there and get you. My son Joe and my daughter Stephanie are not here. Stephanie's in college at Duke, and Joe's working in London. So let me begin today. Good afternoon, and I appreciate everybody being here. Today, I'm announcing my candidacy for the United States Senate. By the way, my mother and father are right down there too, so we'll talk about them later. I'm well aware that I'm pursuing the office held by the greatest senator in the history of this Commonwealth. Perhaps anyone in America, he's the best. Someone will soon take his seat. If I'm the successor, I will live up to his dual commitment. In his own words, he defined service as a commitment to the people and principles of Massachusetts. I will be a senator for jobs and economic justice, for fair prosperity and a fair society, for opportunity for all, and hope for those who have been left behind. I'll be a senator for children, especially those who have been neglected, disadvantaged, troubled, or diminished by indifference. I'll be a senator of safety, well-being, and continued greatness of America, a senator who honors the service of those on the front lines, to keep us safe in places far away. I'll be a senator for the environment, for energy independence, the natural gifts that are the glory of Massachusetts, which must be protected from the threat of global warming. I'll be senator for equality, regardless of race, gender, ethnic background, or sexual orientation. I had the great privilege of working with the Celtics legend Red Auerbach right here in this building. Red fought to open the NBA to African Americans. Senator Kennedy fought to end discrimination in every part of our national life. For me, this is not just past history. It's the work of our future. It's a legacy and a summons. It's the lesson of my life and my own family's American journey. As the grandson of an Italian immigrant, I'm grateful that my grandfather got on that boat in 1922. He worked hard and long on the floor of a shoe factory to raise 3 children. When he finally retired, he and my grandmother were with us every weekend, cooking, doing yard work, tending the garden he loved, and having big Italian family dinners. My dad was only 18 when he went off to World War II. He served in Patton's Third Army, and like many other brave young men and boys, he experienced the hardships of war, trudging across France and Belgium, right on the front lines. When he returned from Europe, he went to college on the GI Bill, and shortly after his graduation, he was called upon to serve again for a second time, this time as a second lieutenant on the 38th Parallel in Korea. He's sitting right here today. When he returned home, he got a job as a sales manager for a chemical company, and he bought a small house in Framingham. He was the only one in his family to attend college. My mother earned a degree while we were growing up, and she became a history teacher. Unfortunately, she taught in my own middle school, which made me be a model student. My success is because of that today. With my family's support, I was able to save money, and I worked as a furniture mover. I could lay out tiers of furniture better than anybody that I knew. I attended Duke University, and my parents and grandparents encouraged me to become an accountant. Why? Because they remembered that that was the only safe job during the Depression. I honor all they have done to enable me to pursue the American dream. I want everybody to have that chance. I'm here today, encouraged by my wife, Judy, leaders, friends, because I believe I can offer a unique set of skills at a tremendous time of economic challenge. It's time for me to give back to this country and this Commonwealth. Judy and I realize we are very lucky to achieve the success in our family lives and as part of the Celtics family. We've been blessed to be able to help build community initiatives such as the Massachusetts Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Children, a mouthful, and their CEO, Mary Lou Setters, is here today. Thank you, Mary Lou. Our own Boston Celtics Shamrock Foundation. I appreciate all the Celtics being here, and some are on the way. We had a charity tournament this morning that was very successful, and everybody seems to have survived it. I'm a product of the American dream, truly. But now, this dream is under siege. There's huge job losses, a shrinking economy. Schools. We ask our schools to do more, but give them less. There's a healthcare system that leaves too many people without coverage, and many more are paying too much for insurance that fails them in the worst time of need. I believe that my 25 years of on-the-ground experience in business has given me a firsthand perspective on how to get this economy and our country back on track. In recent years, the pace of financial change has outstripped the ability of government to understand it, and therefore effectively regulate it. I want to use my background and experience to shape new policies that will restore a better balance between government and business so that we can meet the economic challenges of our time. We need to build a better future for every hard-working American family. I believe that in a team approach, that business, unions, and the government must solve problems together, not apart. My experience is on the front lines of the economy, pulling together people to solve problems. It's the only way to achieve success. Venture investors in this state have achieved remarkable success in starting, acquiring, and growing companies. They've helped solve problems in partnership. I'm proud of my record in business. I've had the privilege of working with great people and great companies and organizations, from the Boston Celtics to the MSPCC, and for 25 years I've been involved in healthcare as a consultant and investor in many great companies. Not every venture I worked on succeeded, but most of the time we did. It's plain and simple. Jobs are created by a vibrant venture capital industry, by investment in people, by investment in companies. Massachusetts is the leading home of many venture capital firms. However, the ultimate strength and power of our country rests in the spirit and engaged energies of our hardworking people. No investor is, and no senator can be perfect, but I promise to work tirelessly to help everyone in the Commonwealth succeed. Yeah, I've been fortunate. I've never forgotten the place I've come from. I came from hardworking people, and I'll always remember my friends. Ted Kennedy was the same way. Barack Obama is giving us a new vision, and my commitment is to fulfill that vision. We have so many strengths in Massachusetts. We have great schools, incredible healthcare facilities, cutting-edge biotech, high-tech industry, and it's a great state of natural beauty. I know that working together, we can find solutions to our most pressing problems. We can turn this state and nation around. In closing, let me say we will always miss Ted Kennedy. I was fortunate to get to know him starting in the 1990s. He enlisted me to work on some healthcare policy issues and to help him with efforts to reach out to the business community. He served the people of this Commonwealth with eloquence, uncommon grace, and unprecedented achievement. He teased me that someday I should jump into the arena of public service as the venture capital guy on the right side of the issues. I pledge to honor him with a campaign that focuses on making it possible for more of our fellow citizens to realize that American dream. I know the race won't be easy. Politics is going to be as tough as any high-stakes business deal. It's probably even as tough as professional sports. But I believe, to paraphrase another great Teddy Roosevelt, the credit belongs to those who enter the arena and dare greatly. And if we are to meet the urgent tests of our times, to one, restore economic vitality protect our nation, reform health care, combat climate change, teach our children well, and take the next step forward in the quest for equality, we must now be prepared to dare greatly. That is the ideal of Senator Kennedy. He realized that in the work of his life. And if I get a chance to serve in the Senate, I will do all I can do to keep that dream alive. Thank you very much for being here today. I'm very excited.